Hi boys and girls, we're here for another day of art. So, my name is Mrs. Barentine and I'm here to talk to you about more lines. So in today's lesson, you're going to need some crayons. You're going to need a big piece of paper. If you have a big piece of construction paper, that would be great. If you don't, just use whatever paper that you have. You're going to need water and watercolors, and if you don't have watercolor paints, you can use markers or you could use your crayons, and you need a brush. So last time we talked about lines. We talked about how a line starts with a dot, and a dot is a point in space that is the beginning of all lines. And remember, lines make shapes and shapes make pictures. So we have our dot, we have our horizontal line, so that is straight across. We have our vertical line, which is up and down. We have our diagonal line, which is a slant, going up or going down. We have a curved line that makes our rainbows and our smiles and our circles. And then with those, we can make all of our other lines. We have wavy, which is curve up, curve down, curve up, curve down. We have zigzag, which is diagonal up, diagonal down, diagonal up, diagonal down, diagonal up, diagonal down. And then I'm going to teach you a new line. And that line is called a dashed line or a broken line. It's also called a broken line. And you can tell by these are dashes and these are spaces. So the line gets broken as you make it. Now a dashed line can go any direction. It can be a horizontal, it can be a vertical, it can be a diagonal. You can have a broken zigzag line, and you can have a broken wavy line. So that's another line that we're going to use today. All right, let's get started. Now, I'm going to choose a green. You choose one of your colors. And with that, you're going to make a horizontal line. Now, it can be anywhere on your paper. You do not have to copy me. But I'm going to make my horizontal line go from this side of the paper and go straight across to that side of the paper. So there's my horizontal line. So right now, you go ahead and you make a horizontal line. So then I'm going to put that green back, and I'm going to pick another color. And my color is orange. You can pick whatever color you want. And I'm going to make 2 vertical lines. It can be anywhere on the paper. You do not have to copy me. So I'm going to make 1 vertical line, pull down right here, and I'm going to make another vertical line, pull down over here. You make yours wherever you want. And put that down. So now pick another color. I picked red. And we're going to do our diagonal. So I want you to make 2 diagonal lines. I'm going to choose one to go from this side up to the corner, and I'm going to choose another one to go over here down to the bottom. So now what I'm creating is I'm creating sections. This would be a section. So this now is all blocked off. This would be a section. This would be a section. And then I have this section, and I have this section, and I have this section. So all of those are now all closed off. So now I'm going to get another color. My crayons keep rolling all around. I think I'll move this down here, and that'll stop them from rolling around. So I have a purple. I'm choosing purple, and my next line is going to be curved. So I'm going to choose a curved line, and I want you to make 2 curved lines anywhere on your paper. So I'm going to do one curve line, and I'm going to curve all the way from the top to the bottom. So there's one curve. And then I'm going to make another curve, and I think I'll make this curve from the bottom here to the top. And that's creating more sections that are closed. Okay, so now we've done horizontal, we've done vertical, we've done diagonal, and we've done curved. So now let's use those lines that are created by putting those lines together. So let's start with another color, and I'm going to do wavy. And remember, wavy is curve up and curve down. So I want you to make three, there you are, three wavy lines. So I'm going to make a wavy line there, and I'm going to make a wavy line there, and I'm going to make a wavy line there. So I have three wavy lines. And then we're going to pick another crayon. I'm going to pick brown. And now we need to do some zigzags. So I'm going to make two zigzag lines. So diagonal up, diagonal down, diagonal up, diagonal down, diagonal up. And that's creating another closed up space. And then I'm going to come over here on this side. And I think I'll make it go this direction. Diagonal up, diagonal down, diagonal up, diagonal down. So there's my zigzag. And now I'm going to make a broken line or a dash line. And I want you to make three dash lines. And you can choose another color. Let's see if yellow is going to show up. Dash. Oh, it does. Good. And dash and dash. And you have to actually pick up your crayon, put it back down, pick up your crayon, put it back down to create a dash line. And I'm going to make my dash line go all the way across my paper. So now my next dash line, we're going to make three. So now this one was a horizontal dash line. Now I'm going to make a zigzag dash line. And I think I'll do it right here. So diagonal up, diagonal down. Nope. Diagonal up, diagonal down. Diagonal up, diagonal down. Diagonal up, diagonal down. So now I'm going to make another one. And I think that one will be a vertical. So dash, up, 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 up. All the way up. Okay, so now I have created my line art. So my line art has different places that we can paint all these sections different colors. So I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to dip my water. With watercolors, you have a brush, you have watercolor paints, and you have water. Let's look at the brush. The brush has a handle. The brush has a grip, and usually the grip is in behind the metal part, and that's where we hold. And then our brush has a brush. So we usually always hold it between between the handle and between the metal part. We never handle it at the metal part. That makes a messy painter. So we always want to be a clean painter. So we hold it right behind the metal part, and we hold it like a pencil. So we have our pointer finger and our thumb, and we hold it like a pencil. We have to give it a drink. So hold it in, dip it in the water, and then you choose a color, and we dip it in the paint. And we make what's called a little color swimming pool. So you want to give your little brush a place to take a drink or take a dip in that little green swimming pool or whatever color you're using. If you need another dip of water, then you can put it in to where it creates a little swimming pool. And that's how you know you have enough water, if you have a little swimming pool. Then I'm going to choose one of my spaces, and I'm going to put my brush in one of those spaces, and I'm going to move the brush around for it to paint. And when it starts to run out of paint, see how it's getting dry? I'm going to dip it back into its swimming pool and get more. And it always should feel smooth. You should never have to fight the brush. If you have to fight the brush for paint, now I'm trying to fight the brush. Now I'm going to go back to my swimming pool. Oops! My swimming pool is drying up. So I need to give it some more water. So I put more water into my swimming pool. And I go back to painting my picture. Alright, I have filled this space. So now I want to go to another color. So I have to rinse my brush. So I rinse my brush in my water and I go to another color, and now I'm making a little blue swimming pool for my blue paint. So I'm going to come to another space and I'm going to paint that blue. And when I start to have to fight the brush, I'm fighting the brush. Now I go back to my blue swimming pool and I come back to paint. Okay, I'm going to paint another place. My blue swimming pool is dry, so I'm going to put it back into the water and back on the blue swimming pool. And now I'm going to paint this section blue. Oh, I ran out, so I'm going back to my swimming pool and I'm going to paint more. My swimming pool is dry. I put more water in my swimming pool. Good. I think I'll put one more color of blue somewhere. So I think I'll come down here and I'll create a blue section here. Oh, need more paint. Always should feel nice and smooth when you're painting. Alright, so I'm going to switch colors. Put it back into the water, and now I'm going to go to red. I'm going to create a red swimming pool. I need another dip of water. So your swimming pool should never be overflowing. You should just try to keep it as clean as you can. So I think I'll paint this whole section red. What's happening? Look what's happening. Oh, I'm dry, so I'm going to put another dip in there. My yellow is popping through my red. That's because the crayon is made out of wax. So we're getting what's called a watercolor resist, because the crayon doesn't like the water. It makes it go away and separate from the water. And so the yellow starts to pop through. Okay, let's make another one. So we're going to make another red section. And look, we're going across a color and it's making the yellow pop out. That's really cool when that happens. And we go all the way around and fill up this whole space. All right, boys and girls, I'm going to let you finish, and you go ahead and finish all of the spaces. Finish all those spaces and have fun doing it. See you later. Bye-bye.